my god. Oh man. Yeah, Sun and Moon 2 is looking hella fire right now, man. Sun and Moon 2 is looking hella fire, bro. I'm sorry, but that episode got me. That episode emotionally got me. Thank you, Journeys. Thank you. You from the bottom of my heart, man. You gave me that closure that I was asking for many years now. That I never thought I would get to see today when I would sit down on this chair, man, and react to an episode that would give a closure to a series that I wholeheartedly love so very much, and in a way that doesn't at all whatsoever hinder or harm what series it came from. That this was a true proper follow-up story. I am Matsui, to the animators, to the writer, to just the people who worked on this episode. Y'all really went extra with this episode. This is this is an 11 out of 10 episode, man. I'm sorry. This is a solid 11 out of 10. This is probably the greatest episode to follow up a story from a series that came prior, man. This is it. This is that like I never would have thought I'd sit in this table, man, or sit in this chair to talk with you all today, to tell you all how I feel. I came in this episode very, very worried, but at the same time still having a sense of optimism just to hope that maybe this episode will truly at least give us a satisfying closure. And while it did do that, it went more in my eyes. It went even more than that. Honestly, I loved every bit of it. I loved how minimal they made Ash and the cast in this episode. Like many people could assume or come to the concept of like how Ash is sort of thrown into this episode. But at the same time, you have to remember, like with all of the Lily focus episodes that came in Sun and Moon, who was the one character who was always by Lily's side whenever stories focusing on her would take place? Ash. He was always there for every single step of the way for Lily's character. Ash was always there, even before that Vulpix, man. Ash was always there. So having him be here to also see that thing he too was also hoping to see happen one day is without a doubt a very, very wonderful, wonderful inclusion. They both ended up saying goodbye on happy terms, but they ended up saying hello again. That's why she thanked him in their goodbye, exactly. Because they knew they'd meet each other again someday. And they did. And in what might be probably their best way to introduce these two again. 11 out of 10. This episode got me, man. This episode got me. This episode emotionally got me in the best way possible. This was what I was asking for. And you know what's the best part, ladies and gentlemen? It's not over. We got one more. We got one more to continue. That's the best part about this episode, man. We got one more episode. And what did they title it? The Alola Champion, man. Holy shit. This is it. Journeys, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys you knew how important this episode was. You knew. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Nitro. Feels like we're back in 2019, blessed indeed. I'm just so blessed to feel. Oh man. Hold on. I got this cute little Vulpix figure a while back to commemorate the occasion. Back when Sun and Moon first started, and I made sure this was Lily's Shiron right here. I've had this thing for like 3 to 4 years, man, and it just makes me so happy to know that that Journeys gave me that closure I was longing for so long, man. Thank you. I can't I can't, man. I don't. I really wish I had words to follow up with this. I wish I knew what more to say, but honestly, sometimes just basking in that moment to just appreciate what this episode had done, to appreciate all the good things that came from this, man. You know, I hope the only thing I can hope is that those who are also Sun and Moon fans feel the same way I do. And if they don't, I can understand. Maybe they have some nitpicks or flaws with this episode or whatnot. But like to me personally, it's right there in the books of memories, man. Sun and Moon has another episode right there, bro. And I'm so proud to know that this was it. All right, so yeah, 10 out of 10. Your favorite J? Nah, man, this isn't my favorite Journeys episode. This isn't my favorite Journeys episode, Nitro. This is my favorite episode of Annie Poke, bro. But it took this long to get. You know why it's now is? It's because it took this long. They made sure the wait for this moment was worth it, bro. I can't be happier, bro. I can't be happier. I can't. Oh my god. Still clean. Yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna go and pass this on now. I'm gonna go and hop into the talking with chat room, and we're gonna go and take a second to talk with the peeps for a bit. I need to know their opinions. I need to see what they feel, and hopefully they feel the same feels I do, or maybe they have different conflicting opinions. I'm not sure, but personally, to me, yeah, this was it for me. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy the discussion. Thank you, Aquasaka, for coming in. And to those who might also be heading out as well, thank you, everybody, for hopping on through for tonight in terms of this. We're still going to have our discussions, and then we're going to be watching Hisuian Snow. But for my side of the story, for sharing my inputs on what I thought of this episode as a whole, I already gave my thoughts. You'll hear a more extended conversation on this episode piece on Monday's Pokepod, but I would like for all of you guys to take an opportunity to hear what the community has to say during our community session of tonight's reaction night. So let me go and pass it on now. We're going to go and hear what Emmy, Groot, and the other peeps have to say, and we'll follow up from there, man. All right? With that being said, I'm going to hop into the call, and we're going to see what everyone has to say. Hello there. Hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Emmy, is that you?
It is me.
Oh man, thank God I have someone to talk to for a minute. Oh God,
For you.
this episode
Uh,
destroyed me in all the best ways.
yeah, like I cried. I was like, I'm still in like tear mode. I'm like, okay, this happened. All right. I didn't know Journeys could do this. Oh my God. Who would
Yeah,
have thought?
I didn't either, buddy.
Uh,
I did not. You know what? I'm going to now leave this for you for a minute. I gotta just grab something in the background, and I will be right back. But Emmy,
problem.
and as well as to our buddy Groot, who might also be in this call too, I'd like to hear from your inputs, and then after that, as always, we'll go and follow up with that from the community and see what everybody else has to say. So I'll be right back in a bit. Just to
Problem.
give me a minute or two. I'm gonna probably cry in the background a little bit more and probably bring some
Okay.
tissues, and then I'll come back once I feel better. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Here, take.
Okay.
Everyone say bye to Shinon as
Okay.
well. So there you
Bye,
go.
Shion.
Okay, but yeah, take it away, buddy. I'll pass it to you now.
Okay. All right. Groot, go first because I'm crying.
Oh, okay, wait to put me on the spot.
Yeah.
It was a good Johnny's episode. What can I say? I was pleasantly surprised. Haven't seen a bad Johnny's episode yet. My streak continues.
Oh, God.
I think good animation, good music, good story. I literally felt like my eyes watering up. It was either sweat or natural tea, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was good. It was nice to see a story actually conclude all the way back from Sun and Moon. It's nice to see continuity. It's all the things I liked in Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I give it 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10.
Wow. This episode, man. Oh my God. I was not expecting this.
But like, yeah, this episode, I know it hurts, but in the great way.
Like, okay, where do I begin? All right, Sun and Moon. All right, I love Sun and Moon. Okay, like I'm like, okay, like I'm not the biggest like stan like how KG is, but I really love the storytelling in Sun and Moon. That was like the biggest asset that Sun and Moon had to its series. And the fact that they carried that over into here and they wrapped up a story that I was so worried about them not doing properly is just amazing. The fact that they brought so much emotion into this one episode, just like it doesn't even need 2 episodes. Like that's what I was worried about. I'm like, I feel like we're just gonna feel like it needs 2 episodes. No, it was done perfectly. I don't see anything wrong with this episode. Even with Ash being brought in, do you know how cool that looked? It looked so cool with like Pikachu just coming in with Iron Tail and just saving the day. That looked so cool. That felt so amazing. The animation on that was beautiful. Oh my gosh. The storytelling with like Lillie and the Ultra Bees is just fantastic. I never played. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't play Sun and Moon like properly. I started half of it and then I kind of dropped it. Same thing with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So I don't know if this is just following game mechanics, but it like seeing it from like an anime perspective, fantastic, wonderful. I am so surprised, and also I'm so happy of how they did this episode. I'm just like, I know I'm just talking all over the place at this point, but wow, I'm just so impressed. I'm still crying. Like I'm trying not to as I talk, but like, how did they do that?
You want to be reminded of how to cry? Lusamine breaking got me, man.
Oh, that killed me. That's what killed me. Because I was holding myself together. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My eyes got water in that moment. I was trying, but like, you gotta remember like, from her perspective, man. She was looking for her husband for how long, man?
Long now. Legit.
Growing up, seeing her kids grow. But without their husband out there, you know, her husband's just somewhere out there, whether it be in another universe or in another part of the Pokemon world. And for so long, she's waited to finally reunite with him again. And I'm so grateful they captured that to the VA of Lusamine. Yeah. She nailed that scene. She nailed it.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's just. It was so well done. That thing of reunion, that moment of like satisfaction, that moment of like being like finally reunited with something that you've missed for so long, and it's just overall happiness that takes over, you know. And especially for like you said with Lusamine, like from a mother's perspective too, like for her, it's just she's been searching this entire time. She's had to do it on her own, and the fact that now she gets her little happiness is just amazing. And even like the little moment too where he's like, oh, like I have a daughter, like the look on her face when that happened. They didn't need to do that.
That was in the background too. That wasn't the focus.
Exactly, but it was still there, and it's like, of course that would break someone's heart, you know. Yeah, it broke mine too. I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like, oh my gosh, does he have another family? Is this what's happening? Oh my god, Pokemon's doing this. But no, it was the Ultra Beast. But here's the thing, it's this little thing took care of him for all this years because it's innocent, you know. Like this Ultra Beast just wanted Mohn to just go through life without feeling like upset, you know, just that how much he's missing, or just be confused, you know, like what could have happened if he had his memories, you know. I guess at the end of the day, this Ultra Beast was just looking out for Mohn, and now that the time came and they're able to reunite, it was just such a beautiful moment. And I just love the mystery aspect to this episode of them trying to figure out the clues. I felt the pacing was amazing for this. It's just everything they did. I was like, at the same time, I didn't feel like I was watching Pokemon. Low key. I don't think that's like a bad thing or like, yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing to say that. But I just felt like it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because it does sound like it's a bad thing, but it just felt like I was watching a different anime, which is awesome. But
You were watching Sun and Moon for a bit there. That's
yeah,
what it was.
that's pretty much.
And that's
what it
no
was.
discredit to Journeys, by the way. It's just when
Yeah.
you got the people who worked on Sun and Moon to come back to work on an episode that is about Sun and Moon characters and a Sun and Moon setting, it is going to feel a lot like Sun and Moon. And I
Exactly.
think that's a very important thing to note, is that they really captured the essence of what that series is all about.
They nailed it. They nailed it 100%. Honestly, like I cannot give this episode any less than a 10. I will give it a 10 right now, even though I haven't rewatched it. It's getting a 10.
Yeah, no, man. It's always the first impressions. It's always that first impressions. And to me, that was it. But there was one
Huh.
extra scene I didn't get a chance to really talk about because I was still trying to like process
Yeah,
all of this.
remember? Yeah.
But
uh-huh.
that shot at the end of the episode when Lily said you're Lily too, and then the camera
Yeah.
pans out and that Nihilego turns
Lily.
into a Lily.
Yeah.
Like that scene was beautiful. That wasn't like that wasn't like the standard. Like there was some different shading and art style in that moment right there.
Ah,
Like there was something different about that scene, and it looked beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
fantastic.
Perfect.
I'm just like, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say perfect like that.
Oh, but it's true though. Like, I don't know what about the art style and animation for this episode, but the art style and animation for this episode has been so much better than the recent episodes we've gotten. And like, I was just so impressed by that, just because for me, it feel like it's been a while since I've been like impressed by like Pokemon's like animation or like art style, whatever. So it's just, I think this was the perfect episode to do it with because it captured everything. Like, it captured the emotion, it captured just the beauty of this episode, just everything good. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I have nothing else to say other than I am impressed. What a good episode.
God,
Like-
I'm happy too. I don't even need to watch anymore, except I have to because there's still one more Sun and Moon episode left. But like, if I had to like stop watching the show for some reason, then this is the last one. I'm satisfied. I'm genuinely satisfied.
Exactly. And also Tiny Baby Person is coming back next episode. So yay, Tiny Baby Person.
Lily reuniting with the other girls. And
I know, that
apparently
hug.
we're gonna see Ash fight against, I think, Kiawe at some point in that.
Oh wow.
Oh man. So yeah, I think you know what it is? Next week's episode is just the extra. It's like like an OVA, like
bonus.
it's an extra thing for, extra credit, or
Yeah.
something like that. This is gonna be it. The next episode is gonna be great,
Yeah.
man. Free DLC,
Agreed,
yeah, but free
100%.
good
Free
DLC. Oh man,
Yeah, I
but
love that.
I can't wait for the epilogue. I think this upcoming episode is probably going to be the epilogue for Sun and Moon as a whole. Because to
so
get
too.
the whole cast to come back again, the whole VA cast like this,
Yes.
it's got to be nuts. And to see them all come
Happy.
back for this upcoming episode, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear their voices once again. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
All
I
right.
agree. 100%.
Yeah, this might be the last Alola episode. And honestly, and I've said this
Fine
before,
with that.
I was satisfied with that previous Sun and Moon episode we got in the earlier JN season, but like now with this one here and then the next one coming out soon after, and it being titled the Alola Champion, like the Return of the Alola Champion, I'm like, this is the perfect epilogue to wrap things up for Sun and Moon. Like after
Yeah.
this, do I need to see more returns with Sun and Moon cast? I would love it, but honestly, I would be more than happy to see it wrap up here. That's just how it is.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
So yeah, episode, like I stated before, 11 out of 10 for me, 10 out of 10 for you.
Yes.
Groot's number I didn't hear, so therefore it doesn't exist. But I'm assuming he said it was a 10 out of 10 as well. So
Yeah, 9 out of 10 for me.
yeah, I heard 10 for some reason. But anyway, so we're gonna now take this opportunity to go and hear the rest of the community members out here to see their inputs and think what they have to say.
Yes.
So with that being said, shall you go and take care of this second act here, then, Emmy? I will leave this for you, buddy.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right. Okay, we have a lot of speakers today. Alright, Groot's gonna be helping me out too. You're gonna be my mouse for today. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go eat my soup now. So I'll be right here just eating.
No
and
problem.
watching.
Okay,
Alright.
we're gonna invite the first 4 people up. Ricksu, Ebo, Zach, and
Yeah.
What
I
up?
think- Yeah, there we go.
Hello.
There we go.
What's good?
And Felipe, yes. That's good,
This is-
everyone.
This is such
Yo,
a good
what
episode.
up? I know.
I
I
know.
love every minute of it.
Feel.
I know. Felipe, take the stage. Go ahead.
Okay, I gave it I originally gave it 11 out of 10, but I took away 1 point because overused music at the last second and Grookey. But that was it. Everything
I
else
forgot
was
about
good.
Grookey.
So 10 out of 10. See, anything with Grookey in it is automatically a 1 point deduction.
Ooh.
That is true. Very
So I
valid.
gave
That's
it
true,
11
though.
out of 10. But Big Brain,
I just-
since I removed 1 point, it's still 100%. It's still an A+.
Hey.
Hey, free
Anyway,
profit.
this is such a wonderful episode. When I saw Mo go like, "Oh, I'd like you to introduce you to my daughter," I literally type hard, going like, "You man ho!" I was about let's see if I can find it. I was about to go like,
How about to say?
Oh my
are we gonna
God.
need- How about to say?
All
Like
over
we're gonna
Twitter.
need Mori and Pokemon. Like you are not the father. Like oh.
but then the conclusion was so happy. It was so good.
Fantastic.
So basically, this is way better than the last episode where we have Go collect his fucking gym badges and him like, oh no, I'm so weak. I'm gonna take the risk just for you, and even though I sacrificed myself for you to win, what was it? I still get in I'm still hunting from you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking we went from a lame episode to like one of the best episodes. This is my favorite episode.
Yeah.
This is the
Honestly,
camera.
100%.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not my favorite. It's my favorite Journeys episodes, but it's not my favorite all-time episode. That still has to go to when Ash caught Lynn, and that was a sad episode too.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
sad
Yeah.
episode. I cried at that episode.
Well, yeah.
I did too.
No.
Oh.
I know. But honestly, this episode brought a lot of emotion. So, like, damn, props to you. Props to you, Journeys. Good job. You did something good.
Yeah, I cried. I cried like
Same.
3
I
big
did
tears.
too. I know, right? I was
With
like, oh my god.
Mm.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Felipe. All right. I'm gonna pick people. Okay. Ricksu, go.
Right. Now, I haven't watched that many episodes of Journeys, but like the last like field episode I saw from Journeys was like the episode with Cleffa.
Oh yeah.
That was one where like Cynthia showed up, and I think the plot was that the girl had to let go and move on. That like Cleffa passed away, but like she could still cherish the memories that she had, right?
Marie. Yes.
Yeah, like that was like last year. And I haven't watched that many episodes of Sun and Moon, but like it was still like a really well written episode that like got me in the field, especially like at the beginning where like the family they saw him again and Mohn didn't recognize any of them whatsoever. And like I'm gonna probably say this multiple times, but like the acting was really good. Just like seeing their reactions to like just him not recognizing him, it just broke them, especially like losing me. And I'm like, oh Jesus. And like she like just fainted. I'm like, oh my god. Yo, this is
Yeah, it
Pokemon?
makes sense though.
Yeah, I know,
I
but both like
know,
damn,
right? That's what I
Pokemon?
was thinking.
Jeez, this is sad. And like there was only like one action scene, which honestly I'm happy about. Like it did not need that much action. I saw like Pikachu saving Lillie and like the flashbacks. Like it was just basically like the voice actors doing their thing, and that's what I really appreciate. That and the animation.
Mhm.
Like even though I didn't watch that much of Sun and Moon, this episode kind of makes me want to rewatch it. Well, like rewatch all of it though. Like I've heard that people said like it gets better around after like the first 20 or so episodes, right? Because like I remember like watching the first 2 episodes, I enjoyed them. Then like I kind of like skipped around to like Brock and Missy showing up, to Ash fighting Olivia, to some league stuff, and like I was in the episode, but like it's just been jumbled. And like one day I would like to like do a VC reaction to the episode. And honestly, like I would say this is one of the better, or if not like one of the best Journeys episodes. That with like the Serena episode, the episode with the Esper, and I honestly enjoyed the first 2 episodes of Journeys. That was good. And like I would rank this one up with like the other set episodes, like James saying goodbye to his Cacnea, Jesse saying goodbye to Dustox. Also the classic episode where like Jesse and James said goodbye to Arkham and Weezing. Like that episode still hits me because like they've been around since like the OG, back when they were like beggars and coughing, and now it's like they had to say goodbye to them. It's like damn. And
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that like those two like never get brought up again, like Arbok and Weezing. So,
Yeah.
all right. My normal rating is gonna be a 10, and my crackhead rating is gonna be Joker and Emmy having a girls' night out.
What?
Out of 10.
Okay.
Okay then. Thank
Alright.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what?
That's
And then
not
you said, I was like,
fair.
oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ricksu. All right. Evo, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Ever since Journeys began, I considered episode 2, aka which was really episode 1 with Lugia and all that, as my favorite episode of Journeys. Today just defeated that. Finally. I give it the same score as KG. This is the perfect episode entirely. That like it wraps up Sun and Moon, but it also ends like if Journey ended here, I'd be happy. But overall, this is my favorite episode of Journeys. They did everything right. This is the first I've noticed with Journeys, it's been missing like a huge thing, and it was what this episode had, like emotion, like it managed to hit me and it feels hard. And none of the episodes of Journeys were able to do what I thought the last 2 series were capable of. So for this series to like really hit hard, I just loved it. I loved everything, the art, the music, everything hit at its best. Like they made sure that it's not messed up this episode. Also, like my only flaw for this episode, though, I wish we had a little bit more time with Ash and Lily, like just like, oh hey, it's been a long time, blah blah blah. But I mean, we'll probably get that next episode. But overall, this is my favorite. Also, Ash has pants, so of course, 10-10, 11-10,
Yes.
around that range. I'm just happy.
No, me too. I never thought we would get something like this in Journeys in
neither.
terms
Like,
of emotion.
I've been so worried we were never going to get this episode because especially when the Alola cast first returned, I'm like, they're not going to leave it ambiguous. Like, I was so worried we were never going to get this episode, and now we finally get it, and I am so happy. And like, best of all, like outside today's mischief, like none of this was spoiled, and I'm so happy. Because like if they like put this all in the magazines and everything, I just would have been like, okay, yeah, whatever, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. But no, they didn't. I wasn't spoiled, thank God. So like this is perfect episode. I'm so happy.
Yes.
I think we reached Journey's peak because I think the next episode of Lola won't be as good compared to this. Like I already feel like the
Honestly-
Battle Royale will probably be the disappointment, but that's
Like
just me.
KG said, I think this is like the ending of Sun and Moon, and the next week is just basically just like the OVA.
Yeah,
So, like
100%.
I think that's what it's gonna be. But we get to see tiny baby person, so that's also good.
Yeah, we get everybody to reunite too. Like I'm so happy. I hope we get some nice fluff, like just everybody talking and catching up, and another
Yes.
thank you sort of thing. So please,
Exactly. Yeah.
as an really
All right.
shipper,
Thank you.
that's all I ask. Right.
Thank you.
I feel that, but thank you. Thank you. All right. And last but not least for this group, we have Zach. So go ahead.
All right. So this episode was a 10 out of 10. And I'm going to say it's probably one of my favorite Journeys episodes. Not better than the Iris episode, but it's probably one of the better ones. Really reminded me of how Sun and Moon was written. How good, reminded me of why it was written, not just only for story aspect, but for the emotion aspect. And connecting with those, not only with the Pokemon, but family as well. Which I think this episode really touches on all of that. And I really, really enjoyed the backstory of how Mohn not only was sent to Ultra Space, but sent to the Crown Tundra. Which also leads to a lot of mysteries backtracking through the Ether Foundation arc of why the shoe wasn't there, but I guess we can let that slide. As for animation, I give it a good rating of a 10 out of 10, even with the sort of 3D camera that they added in with Pikachu's Iron Tail. I think that was really nice. And I don't think a scene with Lillie and Nia Lego, that was also really good. But I was thinking compared to how we got with Dawn back in the summer special. But overall, this episode's rating was a 10 out of 10. And like everyone else said, next week's episode is like a OVA. It's probably going to be rushed like the rest of the Journeys episodes, mainly for the battle aspect, since we won't get enough time with some of the characters and battles. But overall, it's a really good episode, and I'm hoping that we get some more of Journeys episodes like these type of episodes. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're going to move on to our next group then. So actually, I think this will be our last group then, right?
Yeah, unless more people ask. But we only have 4 people left.
Yeah, if more people want to speak, go ahead. But yeah. All right. So next up, we have Kuro, Tai, Cosmic, and Skyryan as well. And then Hyprov. Yeah, we can add a Hyprov too. Oh, and Hyprov too. Yeah. There we go.
Oh,
Come on.
okay.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Oh, yep.
Good
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
Hola, everyone.
Yes. All right. Okay, so let us begin. I'm just point at someone. So Kuro.
Oh,
Here,
why me? Why me? Why do I have to be the first one? You know I speak for the longest time. Oh my god, this episode.
3
No.
3-minute timer,
Go ahead.
everyone.
This,
Go ahead.
this,
Go ahead.
this episode is simply perfect. Everyone was mocking me with the peak fiction. Now look what you got. I manifested this shit. No cap. This is amazing. But that's because of one simple thing. This isn't a Journeys episode. This is a Sun and Moon epilogue. The lighting and the shading of this, it felt like the movie that we didn't got in Alola. This feels something out of Chronicles, okay? The emotional playback of this, it feels like Poketunes. I feel like the only detriment of this is that, it's Pokemon, so this is the most mature that they can get. And I don't know how to feel about this. And yeah, Ash being present, it's a good way to transition to, the next one. Go and Koharu feel like mute points, but so does Ash, besides that Iron Tail. It could have been Gladion, Zumbreon. But by the way, that animation though, there's a lot in that. Because Pikachu, with a yellow crystal, can manifest a rainbow. And he was attacking a yellow crystal that had the rainbow lightning. Like, bruh, Pikachu is taking names on Nihiligos. Like, bruh, I unlocked 10 million volt Thunderbolt while attacking Mother Beast. I'm gonna do it again if I can. We had no Dareda segment. which was amazing. Even in the original broadcasting, we didn't have that. In the original broadcasting, the preview, they show Ash and Kukui doing the enjoy on couch and Lay's just clapping and happy. And we see, the preparation of the Z move in the Battle Royale, so we don't get that in the cutoff of some stuff, so there's that. But like this episode, I just feel like, the only issue that I kind of have with this, that, it's extremely telegraphed to the point of, this would have been resolved off screen, or they would have to bring Ash for this to be televised. And I know that Ash has a lot of, importance in the family arc, but I don't know, it just feels like he's present. It's very welcoming, but it's not needed. I mean, the guy has pants, like, for fuck's sakes. The guy doesn't want hypothermia or something. But this isn't a detriment to the episode because, if they become more cohesive with, Go has to return to the Crown Tundra after Alola. So it's a calm before the storm. And Koharu, she meets Lana and her Eevee, so they are moving, plots, which is kind of funny that Koharu met Gladion's Umbreon before Gary's, but that's more of a nitpick and a pet peeve. But they feel like they are becoming more intrinsic with the Alola cast, which is not a bad thing because Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go were around the time of Alola, so. We all know that if Go and Koharu were Alola characters, they would have been perfect. I mean, they did more with Acerola in one episode than what they did with Koharu in 10 or 15. Heck, they did a better return with this than with Dawn in 8 episodes. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was very afraid that this was going to be an Amazon special like Etran because they had to, mish a lot of plots of the Crown Tundra, like the Steeds, the Birds, the Reggies, but they don't need to. This episode's spacing is brilliant. Aya Matsui, in 22 minutes, she was able to wrap up all of this. The other family, they had a great closure with Nihilego, right? Nihilego as a Pokemon, right? The one that caused all of this trauma. Gladion has a plethora of Pokeballs, and I think that Go will be extremely jealous of that because, like, he only has normal ones. But yeah, this, like, I'll be damned. This was indeed the power of Alola. This was, Now about Nihilego.
How would you rate it? Sorry,
Nihilego was planting carrots with, Mohn. So if you want to have the Steed correlation we have there with, Spectre. Yeah. But it was, I feel, but we have to see this from Nihilego's point of view too, because it's a shiny in the ultra space. So it could be the outcast, and now they want, and they were caught by the family. It wasn't like one person tossing the Pokeball. It's the family having the Beast Ball on their hands, right? That was so emotional. The music, Lily's team, Gladion's team, Ultra Recon Squad, the line delivery. It was like when they were there. And but my heart skipped a beat when Mohn said Lucamine's name, because that's his wife, bro. Like, he was like, bruh, what? Like, I cried during the entirety of this episode. Like, I was watching this episode during my lunch break, and my boss was like, "Are you okay?" No, I'm not okay. No. Like, and I'm watching this again, and I'm like, no, I'm still not okay.
Yeah,
we have Go and Ash giving the couch to Koharu, so they are gentlemen, right? The lady has to sleep on the sofa.
Of course,
But this, like, I just feel like this. Why did we have to wait and have this rocky road? Like, why did we have to wait so long and so much? Like. This is the definition of a slow burner. Watching Alola and watching Journeys, it's like I'm watching Gintama. I have to deal with a bunch of shit so that the emotional payoff actually resonates. I cannot rank this episode because it's too perfect, but it's an Alola episode within Journeys. I cannot, like, this. I cannot give a numerical number, so I'm just gonna say it's a peak fiction out of 10.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, girl. All right. Okay. So next up, we're gonna have Cosmic. Go.
Hi. Okay, so I personally love Sun and Moon because I'm really into slice of life anime.
Yes.
So I greatly enjoyed Sun and Moon because it had that aspect. Um, and I thought that this episode kind of brought it back because it just had so much heart and soul into the episode. Like, I don't know, I didn't really have any issues with it, minus the fact that Koharu could have just not been in it. She, I think, had one line in the entire episode, and she took the picture at the end of the episode. They all have phones. They all could have done that. But I am just very happy for Lillie. I'm happy for Gladion. Gladion is my favorite rival. And so, like, I'm always happy to see him. And, I mean, I thought it was, like, really, like, tastefully done. The music was amazing. The storytelling was amazing. I mean, honestly, I loved that Ash, Go, and Chloe had literally nothing to really do in anything. Pikachu finally did something. That was a great moment because Pikachu's just kind of been there, and looks like next episode Pikachu's finally getting some time to shine. Not Lucario.
Yay!
Which all we want, right? But I'm happy with the episode. I do think that what's probably gonna happen with the next episode is it's probably going to be like Lusamine flies them over to Alola to celebrate, is what I'm assuming. That's why Chloe's there. And I still think that what's going to happen is Lana will evolve her Eevee in the next episode.
Oh,
and I think that's the only reason why Chloe's going to be there, because what other point does she have besides Eevee? But I don't know. Like, I'm excited to see what happens. And it was nice to get away from Project Mew and the Masters 8 for a little bit. So, I mean, if I had to give a rating to this episode, I would say probably it was like a 9 out of 10. Again, on that scale, it was like probably, maybe like an 8.9.
No, that's valid.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cosmic. All right. Okay. Next up, Hyprov, go.
Alright, 3 return, you better make room up there, because this is now my favorite episode of Pokemon Journeys. I love this episode. Man, where do I even begin? The music was so well used in this episode. The animation, too. I'm glad they decided to conclude this whole story about Lillie finding her father. So when the mayor of Freezington was talking about that mysterious Pokemon, that Pokemon had to have been that shiny Nihilego. And speaking of whom, I always thought that it had some sort of similarity with Lillie. And when I saw its other form, it had to be true. Emotionally, oh my god. I did not want my family to know about this. I did not want them to see me do this. I did not want them to hear me do this. But I nearly cried. I don't know. The whole family just had a tragic backstory, and oh my god, Lusamine sold it for me. KG's right. Her voice acting was top notch, and my heart almost broke like that. What I was going to say earlier, I think everybody took the words out of my mouth. This was really a great episode, and I'm not sure what else to say. Everybody hit right. They really hit the nail on the head right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is as someone who actually likes Sun Moon, not my favorite, not my second favorite, but my third favorite. I'm glad I decided to give conclusion. This was a really great episode, and honestly, I'm not sure if any other Journeys episode can top this. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10.
Hey, let's go.
Nice. I know we're getting a lot of like high reviews, which makes me really happy because this episode was so good, so good.
And people
Yay!
say that Silva hates Johnny's. Ha!
Yeah, exactly. We don't hate journeys, man. It's just most of the episodes are not good. Anyways, all right. So moving on. We have we have Ty. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Ty.
Hey, call us what we are. We're haters. We hate. It's all we ever do.
God.
But to get to my review of the episode, I was like, I started writing and I couldn't stop writing about everything that happened. At first I got up at like the butt crack of dawn,
Okay.
and I ended up starting watching this episode. And it's really easy to get me emotional in the morning because I'm all over the place. But after watching this episode, it broke me in half because, I mean, if there's one thing I know for sure, like out of everybody, like forget everybody else and whoever's been created as far as character wise, no one has as much story and development and care, love and care than Lillie. Her character it's like a golden child, ironically. But between the anime and the games, like she just has the most development there, and it really shows in this episode. And I guess one of the things is only like few things that had like brought this episode just a little bit down is just the inclusion of Ash and his assistants. They just didn't need to be here because it was a family affair. And definitely something I think they could have just been here for like 1 second to be like, oh, Ash is doing something and Go is doing something, whatever. And then just kept it focused on them because I think there should have been a little bit more time given to that. But it's just such an enjoyable episode. And I noticed a couple of things. Just the idea that this Nihilego was such a caring and curious individual, because I think one of the big things about Ultra Beasts just in general is they feel they naturally have a feeling of being weird and outside of the Pokemon space. They don't feel like Pokemon, and to take time to kind of give something to Nihilego, and in this particular one, especially the one that's connected to Lillie in such a way, it really, I guess, Pokemonized makes it feel more at home and familiar rather than distant in a way. And I guess I've always wanted to feel that. Only Poipo got that kind of attention, but it's nice to see another Ultra Beast get that kind of love. And also just kind of this idea of it, being a poison type. And at first I thought it was like accidentally poisoning Mohn's mind so that he couldn't think straight. But it was actually just taking away his memories. It's its own form of poison, but in a different way. And also I noticed the minor amphibia reference, if it was or not, where when Mohn came, where Nihilego was dragging Mohn out of the wormhole, and then one of his shoes like popped off. So I was like, oh, yeah, definitely an amphibia. And then also the other me vibes at the very end, seeing Lillie accepts this other version of her, essentially. There's a lot of different stories that
Yeah, we should be live. Unfortunately, it also came at the cost of the reviews and stuff for that portion, which I do apologize. But
Okay.
yeah, we only got a little bit left, so let's hopefully wrap it up properly, and hopefully our buddy here doesn't get to lose their review on this part. But yeah, we should be back now. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, Skyryan, you're the last speaker for today, so go ahead.
I think we also have Grenkle, so they could go after.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. Sorry about the live stream cut off. It was ruined due to internet connections. Allow me to share my own thoughts of the live stream. Right? Okay, here we go. This episode is such an awesome episode. in the Crown Tundra. We get to see the mayor of Freezington here. And it's the first time we see an Ultra Beast outside of Pokemon Sun and Moon. And the first time we see Mohn in person as his previous appearance, either in flashbacks, illusions, or pictures. And for this episode, Go met all of Ash's classmates. And there's a scene from the Sun and Moon in everyone's dreams, or Dreams of the Sun and Moon in the dub, that was reused in the flashback. And much like the Sword and Shield arc, this episode has the series logo on screen before and after the commercial break. As this episode, hurry up, bring back Shinji Miyazaki's iconic tracks from the second version of Gladion, which brings to the mom and daughter theme, and the entrance to another world, and the URS this theme, despite they didn't appear in the Sun and Moon anime and nor in Journeys. But I'm just going too far. Trope. It's a good thing Ash and Lillie have been reunited. They'll go back to Alola. I wonder how Sarah Cheney, Lori Himes, Eddie Lee, Vari Hartley, Jeremy Levi, Zee Robinson, and Jeremy Lee might do in this episode. And looking forward to Mayor Freezington's voice in the dub. If you want. This episode is really such a splendid. Next one is going to be all Miyazaki's tracks. As of now, I'm currently on a Haunted House for Everyone uncut dub episode, which you should watch rather than TPCI's cut, because I had Goldfarb and stuff. Do not watch Goldfarb, watch the uncut dub. Anyways.
But what would you rate this episode?
Anyways, this episode is a 10 million out of 10.
Nice. Alright, thank you, Skyryan. And last but not least, for our last speaker of the night, we have Grenkle. So go ahead.
So this is technically my first time I ever tried to do like something of a review, so forgive me if I'm a little bit out of a place.
Okay, go ahead.
But given the fact that I've also watched the Sun and Moon anime when it was like new and all back in Gen 7, this episode it really just caught me off guard in the feels. Like, for all we know that Lillie, Gladion, and Lucami never really got to see Mohn, like, ever in the games, and the fact that they went out of their way to find him in the anime was something special. And boy, the feels. Even Nagaleo, that an Ultra Beast that you normally would expect to do something nefarious, was actually good-spirited. I think the only slight negative I have with the episode is mostly Asha Cold not having much interaction afterwards, but all in all, I mostly would rate this feels out of 10. Just ow my heart.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, thank you very much.
100%. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. All right, so I believe that wraps up community discussion for the episode. Very
Indeed
positive
does.
reviews.
Woo, man. God, this was
Yay.
a doozy, and I do apologize for everybody who had to witness the breakdown of the stream, but that was only because of the fact that storm be nasty
Yeah.
outside. So I
Yeah,
apologize.
be safe.
Yeah,
Be
so
safe, KG.
yeah, listen, man. There's only some things you can take control of in life, but the goddamn Mother Nature out there, you can't control that.
Yeah,
I
of course,
tried.
of course.
You can't do that. It doesn't work. So, before we go and call it a night, because that's what we're gonna be doing soon, I promised one last thing that we would be doing tonight, and well, let's go take care of it. Why don't we? So, ladies and gents, we got that one episode everybody kept telling me about a couple of days ago that released on the internets. And I specifically stated I was not going to watch it until we do a reaction to it right now. And we're going to do a reaction to what I believe is called Twin Indigo of Melting Snow. I have no idea what this is. No idea.
Same.
And I'm gonna go and watch it. So, yeah, is it Japanese with subs? I got this from some stuff. So yes, it's probably the Japanese version with subtitles going into it. At least that's what they titled it here. So I'm assuming it's that. I don't know what the English version of it is. So yeah, we're gonna be reacting to that in a minute. So if you guys want to come back to the watch party Discord thingy to just simply watch the episode but not have to do a post review on it, hop on board to the call, and I'll be there in just a minute. But I want to thank Emmy. I want to thank Groot as well for hopping on through for this segment. Really do appreciate it.
No problem, no problem.
All right.
Yay.
With that said,
Back we go.
yep, back to the beginning. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Let's get it, chat. All right. Let's turn on the lights. There we go. My eyes just burned to death, but that's okay. We got one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. One more thing left to do before we call it a night tonight. And I hope my stream doesn't crash or break or anything. Oh shit, that thing's loud as hell. Okay. How long is this? Like about 6 minutes. Okay. So chat, we got one more thing to watch for tonight. And I'm looking forward to watching it with y'all. Hopefully nothing breaks or something. That's the only thing I can hope for. But yeah, so this is an episode titled something Twin Indigo, whatever it is. But I think you guys mentioned it's called Hisuian Snow. And that's what we're going to be watching right now. So ladies and gents, we're going to be taking this opportunity to go and watch Hisuian Snow at this moment. Give me just a second, though. Give me just a minute. Hold on. All right, perfect. There we go. Just need to take care of something in the background, but thankfully all is good. So, ladies and gents, let's call it a wrap by wrapping up with this final reaction. I'm going to hop into the watch party. Hello, everybody. I'm going to go share my screen right now. Let us watch this episode together. Alrighty? And, yeah. Share your thoughts in the chat like you normally do. Okay. With that being said, ladies and gents, this is it. This is the episode. I've waited. You guys recommended it to hold on till now. So, yeah. I'm ready for this. After a super solid 11 out of 10 episode of JN, how will this episode fare? Apparently it features a very lovable friend of mine. So, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Oh, man. Oh, is that Mariana? Buddy, no! No! Holy shit. They just started off with killing my fuzzy friend. How dare they? This episode gets a 0 out of 10, bro. They killed my baby. Are they sailing to Hisui? Is that what's going on?
父に会いに寿村にいるんです。
そいつは大変だな。
何がです？
知らないのかい？純白の森に凶暴なポケモンが現れたらしいんだ。
Oh. I wonder what that Pokemon could be. Why did the KG clan kill? Yeah, why did they kill the Mofu Mofus, man?
これは見事だ。翡翠地方は初めてですか？いえ、年に一度純白の森に。
Yo, it's the suit that they had the
うちの息子にも仕事を教えておこうと思いまして。
Oh.
ほら、飽きよ。
Nice. Scared the shit out of me, man.
早いですな。すみません。
Shit, let's get it. Oh, look how happy he is, though. And his ears are freezing to death already. Oh my god, Farfetch leaks. I love the music, man. The music's so vibing. So chill. Where'd the guy go? He just oh, there he is.
あの森にはポケモンがいる。タチの悪いのがな。
どんなやつ？見たことあるの？
ゾロアークと言ってな。
Mm-hmm.
人間から迫害されたポケモンが。
Oh shit!
生したと言われている。
迫害って。
Oh wow! So the Zoroark straight up died in that moment and turned into the. Holy shit!
人とポケモンは共には生きられないんだ。
Wow. Wow, man. There goes the weird shadow.
その辺を見てきていい？
奥には行くんじゃないぞ。
I'm honestly just basking in this. Man, that axe has hit more. Jesus Christ. Hit more than wood, I could tell. People and Pokemon can never coexist. Team Plasma Energy. Yeah, that is. Is that a shiny? No, wait, that's not shiny. That's the regular, right? Am I losing my mind? Is it the regular or is it the shiny? Ooh. Wait. Oh. So cute. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that art style for the Zorua. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so cute. Oh! Oh, what the hell is that? Oh god. He's gonna pop? That's so cute. Aww. That is cute. Oh, never mind. This kid's dead now. This kid is straight up dead. Woo! There they go. Look at the Zorua face, so adorable. They're dead. They're so dead. An Azure Springs walk. That's how the end. What? That's how the episode ends. Tell me there's like a post clip. Oh shit! Releases Wednesday, June 9th. Lingering Snow Red. KG, did they kill the baby at... Yeah, that's what it was. They killed it. They had to have killed it at the end of that first scene right there. And then the Pokemon Zoroark decides to be like whoosh and become this big old mighty thing. What? Damn, is there anything else here? No, that's just the subtitles of YouTube. Okay, that's nothing else. Okay. Man, what an episode. Wow. Yeah, that it looks like the ghosts were there. Shit. All right. Well, not much else can be said other than I got one thing to say. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? No, where is it at? Over here.
Hello everyone! Go here. Thanks for watching the Pokemon Post-Discussion episode. If you want to see more episodes, then subscribe to our YouTube channel to not miss out on a new episode. As always, the future's in the palm of your hand. And happy monstering!